Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy New Year, everyone. Good morning. I forgot to put my mouse in here. How is everyone doing? I am still kind of just waking up. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Rosa. Good morning, Nikki. Hello, hello. Good morning, Sharon. How is everyone doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Buried in snow. I remember those days. I remember, well, not buried. I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up in the Chicago area. Good morning, Yoli. Snowing in MD, Maryland? I forgot what MD is. I should know state capital abbreviations or state abbreviations. Maryland? I forgot what MD is. Maryland. Okay, good. Yay. Oh, goodness. Yes, you probably have way more snow than what I have experienced in Illinois. Very, very possibly. All right. Well, we're going to get started. It's funny because it actually just finally got truly cold here in Texas. We're going to have weather in the 30s this week for the first time, I think, ever this winter. I'm not sure that we've had 30s, at least not for a stretch yet. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, good morning. Let's see. Ronicat? What is your given name? Official? Is that OFCL official? Ronicat? Good morning, Proverbs 31. Remind me of your given name, my friends, because I don't remember. I remember you being here. I just don't remember your given name. Okay. Let me know in the comments. Good morning, Josette. Isabel, that's right. Yes, you are new. I don't recognize your handle. Good morning and welcome. I'm saying good morning. It might not be morning where you are. Nikki, I know, is in a different place in the world, a different country than the States. So I know it's not morning for her, potentially, unless you are here in the States, Nikki. And I don't know. But yeah, it's not morning for everybody. So good day. Good day. Good evening from Dubai. Hi, Nikki. Good morning, Kathy. Okay, let's read our psalm for today. We are in this volume. This is called Psalms of the Bible. It's published by Holman, who is a publisher of the Christian Standard Bible, and it has all of the Psalms of the Bible in the King James and the Christian Standard Bible, all in one volume. Excuse me. Sorry, that yawn was sneaking up on me. And we've just been reading one on our Monday morning lives. So today we're going to be reading Psalm 45. If you're in the States, I would know it. Believe you. This is what you've been called from a baby. Okay, awesome. Okay, Psalm 45, a royal wedding song. From the choir director, according to the Lilies, a maskil of the songs of Korah, a love song. It says, my heart is moved by a noble theme as I recite my verses to the king. My tongue is the pen of a skillful writer. You are the most handsome of men. Grace flows from your lips. Therefore, God has blessed you forever. Mighty warrior, strap your sword at your side in your majesty and splendor. In your sorry, I'm going to try that again. Mighty warrior, strap your sword at your side. In your majesty and splendor. In your splendor, ride triumphantly. In the cause of triumph, humility, and justice. May your right hand show your awe-inspiring acts. Your sharpened arrows pierce the hearts of the king's enemies. The people fall under you. Your throne, God, is forever and ever. The scepter of your kingdom is a scepter of justice. You love righteousness and hate wickedness. Therefore, your God has anointed you with the oil of joy more than your companions. Myrrh, aloes, and cassia perfumes myrrh, aloe, and it is early morning still for me. Okay. And I was up late last night. Let me try that again. This is verse 8. Myrrh, aloes, and cassia perfume all your garments. From ivory palaces, harps bring you joy. King's daughters are among your honored women. The queen, adorned with gold from Ophir, stands at your right hand. Listen, daughter, pay attention and consider. Forget your people and your father's house, and the king will desire your beauty. Bow down to him, for he is your Lord. The daughter of Tyre, the wealthy people, will seek your favor with gifts. In her chamber, the royal daughter is all glorious, her clothing embroidered with gold. In colorful garments, she is led to the king. After her, the virgins, her companions, are brought to you. They are led in with gladness and rejoicing. They enter the king's palace. Your sons will succeed your ancestors. You will make them princes throughout the land. I will cause your name to be remembered for all generations. Therefore, the people will praise you forever and ever. That is an interesting one. I don't think I've ever read that song before. And I know there are different categories of psalms. And I want to say, is it royal? I think it's royal. Give me 1 second because I'm kind of interested. Let's see. And I think this dictionary has a graph. Is that the word I want? HIJKLMNOP. Psalms. LMNOP Okay, so this is a Bible dictionary. And I'm interested. QRS. Psalms. Yeah, here we go. So if you didn't know, the Psalms are broken up, I want to say, into like 5 sections. Yeah, 5 sections. So this is just FYI. Good morning. Hi, Cindy. Oh, thank you. I'm in my new, I'm going to show you guys just a little bit here in a second. Okay, in the original Hebrew manuscripts, this long collection of 150 Psalms, so the book of Psalms, right, was divided into 5 books. And so each of these major sections closes with a brief prayer of praise. I'm not going to go into all of it, but this dictionary has like this list of all the different Psalms in their books, in their sections. So section number 4 is Royal Psalms, and 45 is one of those Royal Psalms. That's all I know at the moment. But that is something that I'm interested to know a little bit more of, because this one's a little different than the ones that, not different than some of the ones we've read before, because Psalm 2, 18, 20, and 21, we've all read, but this one just sounded, it was reminding me a little bit of Song of Solomon, in that there's going to be praise for another person. Anyway, it was just a little different. That's all I'm trying to say. Welcome to my brain, you guys. When I'm reading the Bible, sometimes I'm like, ooh, what does that mean? What does that look like? Okay, anyway, this is, if you're interested, this is a Bible dictionary. Nelson's Illustrated Bible Dictionary. Anyway, put this back real quick. Okay. So, as Cindy K mentioned, she said she likes my new office. I am in a new space. Good morning, Katrina. I am in a different room in my house that has now become my main office. My old office space, which is our dining room, has been reassigned to be a co-working space for me and my husband. So I still will work in there, but that's for a different kind of work. This is where my computer and my library now lives. This is our living room. It has now been turned into my office. So it looks a little bit different. Let's see, what do we have here? So we have bookcases that go that way. I'm still setting up in here. I don't have all my stuff in here yet. We have bookcases that go that way. The lighting in here is still a little meh, so this does not look as good as I want it to yet, but we're working with it. You're moving this Saturday. Everything is in chaos, but you're so excited about the new house. Oh, so congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, my library. I had to. It was a task to move all of these books from one room to another. It looks really nice on the shelves, but man, when you have to move it, it is quite a lot. Anyway, congratulations on your new house, Katrina. I hope the move goes smoothly. Moving is such a task. It's such a hassle, but I hope that it goes well for you and your family. And I hope that you love your new house. Yeah, this was a whole thing. My husband was really, really, really gracious and helpful. I did not, I could have moved all of it myself, but he was such a trooper and so helpful. Okay, so we're going to do a little icebreaker question. You have so many books too. Listen, good morning, Alma. We're going to do an icebreaker question from this deck of cards. And there are 6 categories, and I'm going to pick one at random. If you're interested in anything that I show here in the Monday morning show, our regular items like the Psalms volume or this deck of cards or the other decks of cards that I'll be using later, then you can check them out. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You can check them out on my website. Oh my gosh, that's too deep. And I'm like vetting the cards, and I don't like the ones that I'm picking. Okay. Morning, babe. He has one more day off, and so he's here today. That is random. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Here's one. Okay. On my website, there's a page called Favorites, and the top, there's like several sections, and that first section has the things that we use on the Monday morning show. So if you want to check those things out, you can. Okay. This is under random, and this is so very random. I like most of the questions that are in this deck that I've seen so far, but some of them are kind of hard to answer in this format. So, okay. So the question today is so random. What is the best hotel you've ever stayed in, and why? What's the best hotel you've ever stayed in, and why? One of our favorite hotels is one in San Antonio. Good morning, Darlene. That we've stayed at least twice. And the reason why we like it is because it's right on the Riverwalk. And we've been a couple of times for our wedding anniversary. It's right on the Riverwalk. So the couple of times we've gone, we would park just in one of the parking garages and stay at the hotel and then just walk the Riverwalk and then like go to restaurants and that kind of thing. And so we really didn't ever need to drive around because we would just stay right in the immediate vicinity. But what we really like about the hotel, this particular one, is that it used to be an old bank. So it's really nice. It used to be an old bank. The bank vault is still there, like on the lower level. It's a really nice building. Like there's, I think, like marble and that kind of thing. And the rooms are really nice. I mean, they're okay. They're nice. They're nice. They're not like, it's not a 5-star hotel because that's expensive. But they're really nice. And they have I forgot what they call it, but it's kind of like happy hour, but it's free. It's like included with what you pay for, your room fee. And they have like, not finger food, but like actual like hot dish things, right? Like I can't remember what they had. And then drinks and stuff. And it's like an early dinner. And I really, really like it. It's so much fun. Anyway, I'm trying to remember the name of the hotel. Babe, what's the name of the hotel? Drury, is it Drury Plaza or Drury Inn and Suites? I forgot. It's one of those. It's either Drury Inn and Suites or Drury Plaza in. Anyway, it's in San Antonio. If you're ever there, we want to go back, but it's a little outside of our budget for this go around for our anniversary. But it's very, very nice. Okay, Cindy K. Oh no, Katrina's first. Not a hotel, but you did an Airbnb in Ireland. And every single one had electric tea kettle and with tea and biscuits. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. I've never been to Europe. I want to go. That sounds delightful. Favorite Airbnb in Branson that we liked for your family Christmas weekend. That's awesome. We drove through Branson on our way to Chicago when we went for Thanksgiving. I had never been. We've driven through, but we ended up staying the night. Just to stay the night. We didn't go to any like attractions or do anything. But it was really nice. It was really nice. Let's see. The Bonington in JLT Dubai. You loved it so much. We rented an apartment there for a year in 2023. That was your first year in Dubai. You got to know the owner and the staff and a lot of the residents. Oh, that's so cool. To say beach club because it was all things Disney and so accommodating. That's so fun. I went to Disney when I was 6. Yeah, I have very few recollections. I could not tell you a thing about our accommodations where we stayed. I remember like little bits and pieces, like attractions. I remember seeing Pocahontas was just coming out or had just come out or a few years or a year before or something like that. I remember seeing some kind of live show. And I remember the It's a Small World ride. I think we went on the Snow White ride too. That scared the you-know-what out of me. It's about all I remember. Oh, and I remember I got like a lightsaber, like one of those retractable lightsabers, but it was like pink and orange and yellow. And I remember I had some Minnie Mouse ears, and I remember I had an autograph book. That's what I remember from Disney. Federal Point Inn in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. That sounds really cool. Let's see. You love going to Congress Hall in Cape May, New Jersey. Lots of history and beautiful Victorian architecture. Oh, that sounds cool. Very nice. Hi, Hannah. Good morning. A few years ago, your family stayed in the Breckenridge Lodge in Colorado. Visited one of your brothers and his wife. Oh, that sounds really nice. I love Colorado. I love Colorado. We took a hiking trip there the first year we were married, and it's just so awesome. It's a resort called, let's see if I can pronounce this, Cavallalo Point in San Francisco. Did I say that right? That you'd go to next to the Golden Gate Bridge for your yearly rest and restore. Ooh, that sounds really nice, Darlene. Looking forward to checking into Casa. Nikki wants to come and visit in 2025. Oh man, it's funny the way our house is set up. We have no like official guest accommodation. My brother works from home. I work from home. Like we have no guest set up. And so when we've talked about it, we're like, we're going to have to like move things around. But anyway, beautiful ski resorts. Which one is a ski resort, Sydney K? Is it the one in can be San Francisco? Breckenridge, I assume. The one in Colorado? Or an Airbnb close. You know what's so funny? A long time ago, Breckenridge, okay. A long time, some of you might remember this. A long time ago, we had talked about doing a Club 119 like retreat of some kind. Maybe we can still do that. That's a whole undertaking, but maybe one day. Maybe one day we could do like a meetup, and I could meet some of you guys in person. Some of y'all OGs who have been following along for a long time. That would be so cool. Okay. What is next? Let's talk goal, not goals necessarily, but what do you call it? Priorities. I still have 2024 planner pages in here because since everything has been so cattywampus, I don't know where things are. So yeah. Anywho, I need to take these pages out. It's time. I need to clear out my planner. I have not finished setting my goals for 2025, which is not like me. I have not finished setting up my planners, which is not like me. But it has been lovely to kind of slowly go through this. So I've been taking my time because I just have not had the wherewithal and the time. I'm not taking the time. I've had the time. I'm not taking it. So here we go. Week number 2. We are officially in the second week, the first full week, but the second week of the year. What do you all have on your priorities? If you're new, I know we have some new people. What we do is we talk about what our priorities are for the week, what your priorities are for the week, and we share them. We share them. That way we can get a little bit of accountability. There's no like test or anything. I'm not going to ask you next week, hey, did you do it? And if you didn't, there are no like demerits or penalties or anything like that. This is just for fun accountability. So we can talk about what we're trying to do for any given week. And your top 3 priorities are the main points of focus for your week. If you can get these things done, you will count the week a success. Obviously, our to-do lists will be way more than just 3 things, but just your top 3, like if I could just get these things done, you'll be fine. Darlene and Alma, you're the same. Like you are also working on getting your goals and things done. Listen, I think also the fact that January started on a Wednesday, I was just kind of like, meh. Like Sunday, Monday, the 5th or the 6th, that's when the year officially starts for me because this Wednesday business is not cool. Anyway, so, all right, Cindy K's got her first 3. We'll get to that in just a sec. You've been following Nikki since at least 2016. Okay, so let me ask. I didn't start my channel until I got married in 17. Until probably 2018. I think I started it a year-ish after I got married. So are you saying that you've been following me since before I had a channel and I was just blogging? Actually, I did. That's a lie. I didn't officially start my channel such as it is until 2018-ish. I did do a couple of videos before I was married. So maybe 2016. When I was still in school. Let me know, like, how OG are you? Because it's totally possible you've been following me since 16. That would be like, that's like before. Okay. All right. So Cindy K, you're going to plan music list for church women's conference. Awesome. Batch blog posts and pick up and finish Cornerstone. Love it. Great. All right, Katrina, you got a busy week ahead of you. Packing, moving, cleaning. You also need to feed the people in your house, including yourself. Yep, we're all ADHD people here, except for your husband. It will really have to be focused for all of you. I totally get it. Totally get it. I don't think I'm ADHD. I'm pretty sure I'm not. However, I do get derailed pretty easily when there are multiple things going on. I don't know if this will help in any way, shape, or form, but one thing that does help me, like for instance, if I have to, let's say if I'm getting ready to host, or I'm cooking multiple things for like a holiday or something like that, I'll take a sticky notepad and I'll write down, all right, I'm making this dish and then I'm making, a salad, and I've got to make sure that these items get into the car, or I need to prep, I have to throw this in the dryer, whatever. I have a task list of multiple things for one event, or one project. I'll put each item on a sticky note and I'll stick them on my cabinet. If I'm cooking, right? I'll stick them on my cabinet doors. And as I'm done with things, I'll take off a sticky note and throw it in the trash. That way I can kind of see. And just another way to do a to-do list. But I think that action of having separate items, so I can see, oh, there's 5 more or there's 3 more, rather than just a list on a piece of paper. I don't know. It's just there's color, right? Because the sticky notes are usually, a bright color. I can see individual pieces in a different way than just on a task list. And that action of taking it off of the cabinet and throwing it away is a nice kind of tactile thing. So I don't know if that would ever help, but anyway, that's one of my little tricks. Isabel, Bible study, reading, disconnecting from your phone an hour before bed. I love that. I've been thinking about disconnecting too. I've been trying to rework my routines and my schedule for the day. And one of the things I want to do is I want to clock out of work. I never do that. I rarely ever clock out, even if I'm, say, watching a movie with my husband, or we're watching TV, or we're eating dinner or something. Oftentimes I've got my computer in front of me and I'm still working, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. My husband and I don't go to bed at the same time. A lot of nights he has to get up really early in the morning. I don't. So I'll be up until 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night working. I don't want to do that anymore. So I am going to be clocking out. And then I want to have, actual focused time in the evening to work on non-work related things, or hang out with my husband, my brother, whatever we've got going on. And then I want to say no more phone to like 1 to 2 hours before bed. So I'm right there with you. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Today is King's Day. That's right. Today is Epiphany. Happy Epiphany for those who celebrate. I don't officially celebrate, but I do recognize that today is the 12th day of Christmas. So Christmas is still technically with us. So if you do celebrate, happy Epiphany, happy King's Day. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. This is the day that the church recognizes, many in the church recognize that it represents, I believe, if I got this correct, where the 3 wise men, the Magi, visited Jesus, represents that. And I feel like there's something else that I'm missing, but I do know that much. So happy King's Day. Let's see. Nikki, hold on, I'm missing. Where did I go? You found me, Nikki, when you were looking for all things Warbinder related. So it could have been 2017. That would have been either no, it would have been, I wasn't on YouTube in 17. I was still just blogging. So that would have been 18 or 19, I think. Maybe 18. I have to look back. We'd have to look back and see that old video. My first ever Warbinder video. Let's see. You love how it visually makes the list look smaller. Yes, that's what I like. You are utilizing a notebook to-do list and your whiteboard. But that sounds fun. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a shot. See if it helps. See if it helps. The online stationary biz course that you're attending starts in a few days. So you're prepping for that, writing content for your site. Awesome. Which is set to launch. Your badge filming for your YouTube channel and waiting for Amazon. Love it. Okay. Portal file set up FTP emails from old hosting to new. Listen, that sounds like some back office stuff, Ronica, and you are reminding me that I've got some back office stuff of my own. They never tell you about the back office stuff when you set up. Well, it depends on who you listen to when you're setting up for a website and that kind of thing. All right, Darlene, what you got? You've got place dates and details in planners and add decor. Love it. Begin yearly Bible study journey. Love it. Read and relax and recover from all the holiday fun with your family. Oh, with family hoopla. I love that. I love that. Yes, you celebrate Three Kings Day in the Virgin Islands. So cool. Let's see. You love that idea as well, Cindy. Now that you're working outside the house, you're having to establish a routine that will allow you to work on your business and spend quality time with your family. Yeah. Yep. It is, it's a lot. Alma's got a Franken faith planner that she needs to organize. Listen, the amount of times per year that I'm like, ooh, I want a Franken plan. I want to Franken plan something. I want to put together a little Franken planner situation, because it looks like so much fun, but I cannot, because I'll put it together and then not use it. I need to be responsible. Plan responsibly out here in these planner streets. Set up your new organizers for sheets and shoes. Ooh, did you buy one of those or some of those bed sheet organizer box things? Those are so cool. They're a little out of my price range at the moment, but those are so cool. Wash all bedding and change bedding. Yep, I need to wash my sheets too. I'm usually really good about washing my sheets once a week, because I think that you should. My sheets might have been on my bed for the past, I'm not even going to say. So yeah, I need to do that. Yeah. I'm so excited that you'll be starting Christ in all Scripture when Amazon delivers. I'm so glad you got it, Nikki. I'm excited too. It starts today. Today is the official, it's week 2. Week 2 starts today, which is the official introduction into the study itself. Franken planning is the only way you do things. I love it. I mean, I guess it's not really, it kind of is a little bit of Franken planning, in that when you're in rings, you can use any kind of inserts you want, right? So it kind of is Franken planning in a way, right? And I do love that, because I use a combination of my inserts and Peanuts Planner Co. And maybe that's about it. Okay. Bedsheet organizers exist. Yes, they're like, if you go on Amazon, I don't know where else they might be available, but if you go on Amazon and you search, I don't have a link for this or anything, so you search bedsheet organizer, right? Am I getting this right? Search bedsheet organizer on Amazon, and you should get, if I'm understanding this correctly, you should get these like fabric like boxes, some kind of fabric-y material, and they open up, like the sides open up, and you could put your bed sheets in them, and then you close them up, and then you can label them like king size, like king set, or you could label the color or whatever. And then you could put them in your linen closet, and it keeps everything organized. It's what you asked for and what you got for Christmas. That is so cool. I need to put that on my next Christmas wish list, or maybe my birthday, because that's sooner. It's in July. Cindy, I'm so sad that you have not been able to order it. Y'all, let me let you know. Y'all sold that set out. More quickly than they expected. I was told that you all sold that set out more quickly than I expected, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But I know that there are people who really wanted to order it that couldn't, because it sold out so fast. So yay, but I know that the digital set is still available, obviously, because it's digital. You can get the gentleman's version, which It's not as pretty. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It's really nice. My husband has it. One sec. My husband has the set. His volume 2 is somewhere over there, but here, his volume 1 is somewhere over there, but this is the volume 2, and it's got all of the same content. It just has, the photos and the aesthetic. It's just a little bit more. It's a little less flowery. Let's put it that way, but it's just as nice. So if you really, really want the set, you can get the gentleman's version. That's still available if I'm understanding correctly. I don't know what their plans are as far as ordering more. I don't have that information. I assume they're going to, but I can't say that for sure, for certain. Are the photos more of a landscape type? Yeah, so look here. One sec. I don't know why I'm making noises, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So here is the women's version. This is volume 2. Okay. The colors are more like pale, not pale, but like they're more girly. They're just a little bit more girly, right? So you've got flowers here. Okay. This is week 21. Let's look at week 21 in volume 2. Here's week 21 in volume 2. So it's just less flowery. It's still a nature motif. It's still naturey. Here's like crashing waves. This is waters. It's like ocean, I guess. And then the rest of the pages don't have a lot of photos on them. There's some like in the borders, you can see like photo situation there. Let me give you another look. Mountainside. Right? So it's just, it's not as flowery. That's really all. It's really all it is. More landscapey stuff, yeah. Here's a chair. This is a chair. You can't really see it, but it's like a window. You can see like the window reflection. This is just that introduction page. It's just a blown up, faded version of this photo. So that's how it works. So it's not as flowery, pretty. The color scheme is different, but it's the exact same content. So, okay. You're marked to be notified, but still no go. These things take time. I know. So yeah, that's all I can say. I don't work for them, so I don't have any more information other than that. Here's what I will say. If you can, and I haven't checked. I've read comments here and there from some of you all in the community, but if you can get your hands on the first 2 volumes or the first volume or whatever, go ahead and do that if you can. And then, the rest will be available, as I understand, hopefully later. So it's worth just getting the single volumes if you can, in my estimation. It is going to be a little pricier. I mean, there's no like best way to do this. Either you get the digital, or you wait. And I know financially that's a little bit of a rock and hard place situation. I wish I had more information on that. You're starting Christ Knowledge Scripture today. Will I be going through it every day on your channel or just doing an overview on occasion? I feel so lost. I'm looking for guidance. Okay, definitely not every day. So I need to make a video and clarify this in the community, because there have been some people who thought that I was going to be doing videos like on a regular basis. I'm not saying you're saying this, Sharon, but just so I can say it for the record, I never committed to doing daily videos or regular videos, because that is not what I planned for this year. This just kind of came together because I shared the series and a lot of people were interested in it. So we've created the space in Club 119. So there's a dedicated space for Christ and all of Scripture. I will be posting a discussion question every Friday. I may do more than that. if I find the material conducive to it. But at least every Friday there'll be a discussion question. Last week I did one on Wednesday because it was for prep week. I wanted to get it out a little bit earlier than a Friday. So I did one last Wednesday for prep week. And then every so often, and I have not decided yet, because I'm going through this as not as a leader or a facilitator of any kind, but as a student too. So I'm not sure how I want to share yet, but I will be doing videos on occasion. Here's what I can do. Okay, because I know for a lot of people, this is their first Bible study. And I think that is amazing. I think that is so cool. And I was talking to a friend of mine who also is doing it as well. And I told her, I said, there are people in the community who are saying that this is their first Bible study. And she said, what a great first Bible study. I said, I know. So I think that's fantastic. And I'm here to cheer you on. So here's what I can do. I will also, in some way, shape, or form, maybe post a question box of some kind. So if you have a question that week, because we need to keep this organized, and I know it can get, like a feed can get messy really fast. So I'll post a question box every week. So if you have questions that week, post them in there and I'll be able to answer them as I can. Okay. And I'll try to do this as often as possible. I'll do this as often as possible. So that way, if you do have questions, like you're completely lost, you're like, I have no idea what's going on. I can at least support in that way. I just can't do video content. I'm pulling up the website for you. I just can't do video content on a regular basis because that's just not what I set myself up for this year. At least not right now. There is the link for Club 119. Please join us. And this space in Club 119 is free. You're going to see two options. You can join the free option, not the premium. You don't have to have the premium. That's one of the reasons why. Because this kind of content takes a lot of time and it costs me money. And so in the free version, that's what we're doing. So if you don't have to join the premium, you can join the free and have access to the Christ and Law of Scripture project group. Okay. So you're so welcome, Sharon. Thank you for asking. Okay. So I'll be able to offer that kind of support in that group. I just have not decided as to what kind of videos are going to come out for this. Let's see. Any other questions? I know there were some. Okay, so we talked about sheet organizers. I'm going back just to make sure I didn't forget anything or miss anything. We're to notify. Yep. You may order the men's. One of the women's volumes is available. Okay, on DGC. Okay. When you order the hard copy, when you order a hard copy Bible study from Daily Grace, they will send you a link to a digital copy of the Bible study. And you can access it on your computer. You can click on the file and open it up, or you can access it on their app. So if you are, there are none. There are no volumes available. I'm so sorry. Okay, there are no volumes available. None of the volumes of the women's volumes are available on DGC. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you for clarifying, Cindy. Okay, when you order a physical copy, you'll get a digital copy. They have made the entire 1 through 4 volume set available digitally. I don't know if you could print them out. If you tried, it would be a lot of ink. But if you can, my recommendation, and I'm just throwing this out there. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm looking at it. You can buy a journaling Bible for pretty inexpensively. In fact, and this is just an option. Nobody's asking for this. I'm just thinking out loud. They do have a podcast as well. You can listen to the podcast. Absolutely. And you can get, if you don't have the set, you can at least listen to the podcast and sort of read along. When I spoke to, as an affiliate, I was able to speak to some of the team members last year, and they said that since this is a little different than their previous year-long study plans, they didn't put together a reading plan per se, because in the past they have done that, but their podcast is what you can use. Thank you for saying that, Rosa. The podcast is what you can use to kind of keep up with the passages that they're going to be going through for that week. Okay, hold on. Let me show you some options. And this is just off the top of my head. But you can hack this. You totally can hack this. Okay? You can buy an inexpensive journaling Bible. This one's from this is ACSB from Holman. And this is one of my older ones. And you can mark up the exact same sections. So if you got the digital version, mark up the same sections in your regular Bible that you would on the pages of the study. Get a notebook, get a journal. I know it's not the same, but you can totally hack it and make it work, right? Get a journal and answer the questions in your journal. That's the only difference, is that not everything is going to be in this, right? It won't be in here. It'll just be in a journal. And you can mark your days, create little spreads. You'll be fine. You could also, this is a more expensive option, but it's an option. You can even get the new spiral bound journaling Bibles. I'll be doing a video on these this week. You can mark it up too, and you have more writing space. You'd have to buy all 5 volumes in order to make this happen. So again, it is more expensive. Hear me when I say this. This is a much cheaper option, but if you wanted to, you could. So yeah, just throwing all that out there. Okay, moving on. I haven't even talked about my priorities for the week. Oh my gosh. Today's podcast was actually for the wrong section. Oh no. I haven't even listened to the podcast yet. I need to, so I can keep up to date with all y'all's, with the rest of you all who will be listening. So I'll know what y'all are listening to. You only ordered yours through Amazon because the shipping to the UAE directly from DGC would have taken a very, very long time. Yeah, I know. There were there were several people who commented on the channel and said that just the pricing for shipping would have exceeded the price of the product itself. This is back when it was on sale originally. Yeah, which makes the digital version, I think, really handy, because you can at least get the content without paying all the shipping fees. Spiral Bible, Crossway, who publishes the ESV, released these last year. I forgot when. So you can get them from Crossway. You can get them on Amazon. You can also get them from the DGC, because Daily Grace Co. also sells them. So these are just options, and it comes in 5. You can get them separately. This is the Pentateuch, so the first 5 books. And there are 5 volumes altogether. I do have them. I'll be doing a video on them this week. Excuse me. But yeah, they're a really great option, especially if your church is going through a study of some kind, or you want to just focus on, like for instance, just the Pentateuch, or just the prophets, or just the poetry. So it's Pentateuch, history, prophets, poetry, and New Testament. Since the New Testament is so small compared to the Old Testament, they were able to fit all of it in one. Okay. I did say that DGC has them. They do have them. So if you want to check them out, you can. I don't have a link. I have links, like affiliate links, but I don't have them right now. I mean, I'd have to look them up. So just go and you'll find it. Anyway, maybe I can do that now here as I'm talking. Okay. So my, priorities. Hold on. Spiral Bible. Copy. Paste. Here's the link for the DGC version, or listing, I should say. Okay. My priorities for the week. We are 6 minutes to the top of the next hour. Here, we haven't even gotten through priorities yet. They are gorgeous. They're very nice. I have them in a box. I have not gone through them yet, but they're really nice. Okay, I need to batch. I have so many posts to batch this week. Batch posts. I need to finish my power sheets. I started them. I just need to finish them. Batch. I need to film a video. Yeah, I need to film a video. Actually, I think I have like 3 videos I need to film. 2 at least. Film videos. Okay. Those are my top 3. While I'm at it, while I think about it, I also need to send a message to an individual. No, I need to call. I need to work on our budget for January. I've got my budgeting planner from the Clever Fox. I don't know how many of you saw this when I showed it a while ago. This is part of my 2025 planner stack. I need to fill it in. This is a budget planner from Clever Fox. It's really nice. If you go to my video here on the channel, my 2025 planner stack, you'll see that there. I open it up and show you. And there's a link to it as well if you're interested. And there's a coupon code too. I think you get like 20%, 20% off, 20% off. Anyway, there's a coupon code if you're interested. Okay. Okay, those are my top 3. We're going to move on. Oh, hold on. All right, moving on. What else we got? Books. Let's do books really quick. Can I get 3 colors? Can y'all pop 3 colors in you're trying to figure out what to use for your budgeting? I need to do it on paper. I know that much. And I really wanted to try out the this particular binder because it has, because I still get paper bills. I have to for certain things or I will forget about them. It has the pockets, which I really like. So you can put your receipts and your bills in here, which I really like because I want to keep receipts and bills. Okay. Miss Tamra's in the house. Hi, Tamra. How are you doing? So glad you're here. All right. We've got red, white, and yellow, purple, orange, black, and blue. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's see what we got here. Orange, black, blue, red, yellow. Okay. So this is going to take me a second because my books are all, they're kind of in a different configuration now. So I'm going to kind of go this way here a little bit. So you've got fiction from here. This is fiction 1, 2, 3. Okay. We've got general nonfiction here. And then we've got spiritual nonfiction, spiritual growth, and all of that from here over. And I've got my Bibles here. I've got a little bitty shelf with some theology down here. And then I've got another one off to the side that's got Daily Grace Co Bible studies and commentary and some other stuff. So, yeah. So let me figure this out. Here we go. Let's see, blue, white, purple, yellow. Okay, let's do fiction first. We do fiction first. So I'm going to take you guys this way. And like I said, I'm still kind of getting organized in here. Purple. Do I have any purple? I do. We have done purple before. We did purple last time for fiction, if I remember correctly. White. Oh, this is nonfiction down here. I've rearranged some things. So there is nonfiction down here because it goes across like this. Can you see this? It goes across like this. This is nonfiction and nonfiction. This is gonna throw me off. Okay. Let's see. Have we talked about this? Does this look familiar, you guys? The Dressmaker's War? Cindy K, Darlene, do you guys remember this? Did I talk about this? I don't remember. Pulling it off the shelf. All right, purple, white. We also talked about white, orange, blue. Ha ha ha. Orange, blue. Okay, that is really, really niche. Are you all interested in like business and productivity? Let me know. Oh, here we go. Have we talked about this book? Business and Productivity? Okay. That's okay. That's okay. No, don't think so. Okay, thank you, darling. Does this look familiar? That's our blue. That's our blue. We'll do blue. Orange. Do I have any orange? Looks good? Okay. Orange. I don't have a lot of orange. Actually, I have any orange. Yellow. We have done yellow. Purple. Purple. I do have some purple, don't I? We've done this one before. Let's see. I have a lot of white. Let's do white. Okay. Let's do this one. Have we done Shauna Nyquist's? I guess I haven't learned that yet. I don't think we have. Okay, so one of them is pulled off of my TBR for the year. Okay, here we go. Let's start with fiction. For those of you who are new, if you're catching on, because my shelves are color coordinated, I, a while ago here on the Monday morning show, decided that I love giving book recommendations. But number one, I have not read all of the books on my shelves by a long shot. And so I'm giving what I call soft recommendations, meaning it's on my shelves because I'm interested in it. I most likely bought it like on clearance or thrifted it. So it was like $1 or $2, or $5. A lot of my books are thrifted. That's how I can afford books, because books are expensive when you buy them at full price. So anyway, these are soft recommendations. I have not vetted it fully. I haven't read it fully. So like, take it with a grain of salt. Don't come back at me and go, this was a terrible, I didn't know. I'm interested. I'm just sharing what I'm interested in, because if I only recommended the books I've read, there would not be that many to go around, because I don't read as much as I buy. So these are soft recommendations. I ask for colors because my shelves are coordinated, and so I pull from the various sections on my shelves. So that's what we're doing here. We do this every Monday. Okay. Oh, awesome. You have the last book. Wait. You have the last one on the list that we've discussed. I don't think I'm understanding, Cindy. What do you mean? That this is my brain probably not being quick enough. You've been keeping a list, and you have the last one that we've discussed. Did I get that right? Okay. You listen to today's DGC podcast, and it goes over the verses that we annotated today. Awesome. The last book that I talked about, we've already talked about this. Now that you're saying that, we have. Okay, so I gotta pick a different white book. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's talk about this first, and then I'll pick another. I'll pick another book. Okay. Dressmaker's War. This is historical fiction. This is by Mary Chamberlain. Mary Chamberlain, a powerful, riveting work of historical fiction. The Dressmaker's War is a story of a brilliant English seamstress taken prisoner in Germany during World War II. I have a lot of World War II fiction. About her perseverance, the choices she makes to stay alive, and the haunting aftermath of war. Excuse me. All right. This sounds like it's going to be a little heavy. Duh. It's a World War II book. Duh, Alyssa. London, 1939. Ada Vaughan is a young working-class woman with an unusual skill for dressmaking who dreams of opening her own atelier. I think I said that right. When she meets Stanislaus von Lieben, a Hungarian aristocrat, a new and better life seems to arrive. Stanislaus sweeps Ada off her feet and brings her to Paris. But when war breaks out and Stanislaus vanishes, dun dun dun, Ada is abandoned, alone, and trapped on an increasingly dangerous continent. Taken prisoner by the Germans, Ada does everything she can to survive. In the bleak horror of wartime Germany, Ada's skill for creating beauty and glamour is the one thing that keeps her safe. But after the war, attempting to rebuild her life in London, Ada finds that no one is interested in the messy truths of what happened to women like her. And though Ada thought she had left the war behind, her past eventually comes to light with devastating consequences. Gorgeously written and compulsively readable, The Dressmaker's War introduces us to an unforgettable heroine, Ada Vaughan, a woman whose ambition for a better life ultimately comes at heartbreaking cost. So, this sounds really interesting. Women's war stories are incredibly interesting to me because they are often overlooked. I think all people's stories are important, but I just find them to be particularly inviting. You caught alive. Hello. Good morning, TJ. I hope I'm saying your handle correctly. Is it TJ? TJ? Okay. TJ makes sense. All right. Mark Batterson wrote a book called Do It for a Day, How to Make or Break Any Habit in 30 Days. I have this up in I did say it right? Awesome. I have this up in my productivity work. It does sound like it would make me cry too. I'm right there with you, Tam. Now, here's the thing. I didn't used to cry at books. Couldn't make me cry. Got older, right? I cried at one book when I was a kid. It was about the Titanic. I cried. I remember sitting at my kitchen table reading the book and just not sobbing, but I was tearing up and I was like, whoa, this is a new experience for me. Now I'm older. Some things won't make me cry even if it's sad, but other things, they rip your heart right out. Okay. Productivity. Show me your habits and I'll show you your future. In Win the Day, New York Times bestselling author Mark Batterson introduces 7 dynamic habits that empower people to transform their daily lives. Now, in Do It for a Day, I don't have Win the Day. I've never read it before. Do It for a Day, he invites you to personally experience the positive benefits and energizing momentum that results from making or breaking a single habit in 30 days. Destiny is not a mystery. Destiny is daily habits. Our lives are built on our patterns of behavior, both constructive and counterproductive habits. Whether we attain the things we desire, mental and physical health, financial freedom, fulfilling relationship, is determined by the things we do and the things we don't. The good news, you're one habit away from a totally different life. You don't have to tackle the next 30 years. You just have to start with right now. In Do It for a Day, you'll begin to identify a change that is 3M, which is measurable, meaningful, and maintainable. Leveraging habit making and habit breaking techniques like habit switching and habit stacking, which habit stacking, they talk about that in Atomic Habits. Can't think of the guy's name at the moment. That's going to James Clear. Is that correct? Yep, I had to check because that was going to bother me. Thank you, Nikki. So habit stacking is something I'm familiar with. Mark will coach you step by step for 30 days that will change your life. So do it for a day. Sounds interesting. Have not read it. Okay, those are our blue and purple. Let's pick a white book off the shelf. What have we got? We got lots to pick up. I think we've talked about that one. We've talked about that one. We've talked about that one. Oh my gosh. I must have hit my, I don't know how that happened. I hit the, what do you call it? Button switch on my standing desk, and it just went up. Okay. Have we talked about Timothy Keller's Reason for God? I forgot if we've done this before. If we have, I have one more other book. No? You have not talked about it? Okay. Let's see. The Reason for God, Belief in an Age of Skepticism. Tim Keller's book on God. In New York Times bestselling Reason for God, the founding pastor of Redeemer Presbyterian Church in New York City, Timothy Keller addresses the frequent doubts that skeptics and even ardent believers have about religion. Using literature, philosophy, and real-world conversation and potent reasoning, Keller explains how the belief in a Christian God is, in fact, a sound, rational one. To true believers, he offers a solid platform on which to stand their ground against the backlash to religion created by the age of skepticism. And to skeptics, atheists, and agnostics, he provides a challenging argument for pursuing the reason for God. So that looks interesting. Again, have not read it. I'll throw one more in here since I pulled it off the shelf because I wasn't sure if we had talked about that one before. This is Sandy Patty's memoir. Is it her memoir or is it just... memoir-esque. Anyway, Sandy Patty's The Voice. I grew up listening to her. I grew up singing a few of her songs. Listening for God's voice and finding your own. Maybe that's not a memoir. Okay, here we go. The most awarded female vocalist in contemporary Christian music, Sandy Patty has inspired and given voice to millions of listeners. And yet, off stage, Sandy fought against a history of sexual abuse, infidelity, divorce, and crisis of self-image. From an early age, Sandy's suffering ran deeper than those closest to her ever fathomed, undermining her identity and self-worth. Like so many of us, she coped by living through the voices of others, allowing other people to prescribe her identity. As she performed throughout the world, Sandy met with others just like her, who hid wounds behind quiet smiles and struggled to live with fractured souls. Through deeply intimate stories of her life and the empowering spiritual truths she has learned, Sandy invites you on a journey from voicelessness to discovering the voice God has given you. With honest sensitivity, she gently tugs at the labels that hush, the shame that silences, and she helps you uncover those things that mute your voice. Sandy's warm writing and hopeful message will draw you to the voice of God, who's singing over your life that you are seen, you are loved, and your voice is worth hearing. And if we listen, quote, and if we listen to God's voice singing into our lives, we will discover the marvelous voice he has designed for each of us, unquote. Love it. Love it. Love it. The Reason for God sounds like something you need to get for next quarter, maybe. Yeah. I think it's going to be good. It'll be interesting. I like listening to people or reading people who can give me, language around my beliefs, right? And I think this is really important because even if you disagree with somebody on something, even if you disagree with somebody you might be listening to or whatever, because that happens. I can at least say, oh, okay, I hear what that person is saying, or I see what this person is writing. I may not hold that same position or have that same outlook, but you're giving me language to then say, and here's why, or here's where I differ, or here's what I bring to the table, you know? So yeah, I think it's really important to listen and read people who will help you articulate what it is you think or how you process things or what you believe, so that when you're in conversation or you're teaching your kids or whatever, you can understand perhaps that there are various viewpoints or whatever, and say, and here's where I stand, or here's what I'm still questioning, or here's where I've planted my flag, and decided to, to stick with. So anyway, okay, those are our picks for the day. Good morning, budgeting mama. How are you? One of the things that I need to do, I'm going to write this down before I forget, is I need to write my TBR for the year. That's just a personal project. Okay. I wrote it in my power sheets, but I need to write it in my planner. You know how it goes. I have one started. You can't see it. Anyway, I have one started down there. It's a stack about yay high. And more books are going to be added to it. These are the books I'd like to complete. If you know, you know. Yeah. So these are the books I'd like to complete in the year, but they're just big aspirations. Okay, so we talked about books. We talked about our priorities. Let's do a challenge real quick, and then we're going to pray. I'm going to let y'all go. We are way over time today, which is fine. It's the first Monday morning show of the year. We talked about Christ and all of Scripture, so that's fine. Let's see. I don't know if I like this one. I don't know if I like this one. Oh, this is a good New Year one. Tamara, you agree we're taught to express ourselves more reflectively by reading and evaluating the thoughts and ideas of others. Yes. Yes, we should. We should. I've been in situations where you get a lot of people together. I'm sure all of us have, but this has happened at work. This has happened at church. This has happened when I was a kid. It probably happened when I was a teenager at some point too, but definitely at work and definitely at church, where you have a group of people who all just feed off the same information and nobody challenges it. And it's groupthink. Have you been in a situation of groupthink? Groupthink is not always helpful. There's something to be said for a group of people saying, we believe this, or we want to work this way, or we're focused on this project and we're going to get it done. We're focused on a singular goal and we're going to get it done. That's one thing, and that's a good thing. But groupthink is where everybody thinks the same way. Nobody challenges it. Nobody asks questions. Nobody looks for, maybe, is there a better way to do this? Can we be more effective? Can we be more productive? Can we, cut the fat here or whatever? Could we maybe look at this a different way? And then it can become, not always, but it can be less, I'm trying to use a different word here, effective. I'm trying to use a different word than that. It can be not healthy. It can be toxic. You can stunt growth. Groupthink stunts growth. And it dulls individuality, right? If counterintuitive, counterproductive, it stunts growth. It dulls individuals' personality and creativity. So if I think that I have to think like everybody else, now I'm no longer using my voice effectively or in any meaningful manner, and it's not good. It's so not good. Quiet's critical thinking. There we go. That's the term right there. So individual creativity, voice, critical thinking. People are just kind of like, okay, and when you see it, when you're in it, sometimes you don't see it. Maybe. I've been in situations where I didn't quite see it as clearly as maybe I think I ought to have. Robotic, that's another good word. You're just kind of going through the motions, right? So this is why I think that reading broadly and outside of just reading broadly, reading outside the box sometimes. Maybe this isn't in your wheelhouse. Maybe this isn't what you would normally consider because, whatever reasons. But just to know the information that's out there so that you can know what to take in, what to hold on to, what to let go of, right? So you can think critically. I just think it's important. We don't, as a society, we're not critically thinking as much as we ought. I think one of the ways to combat that is to kind of read outside your own box. I feel sorry when I encounter people who are so inside a box they can't think outside of it. And I'm not saying that you have to change what you think or what you believe. If you've got core truths, core beliefs for yourself, please stick to them. But if you can't talk around them and give context to why this is important to you or consider other people's perspectives, then you're of less use, not of less value, but you're of less use to the situation, potentially. These are very broad brushstroke ideas, but you get it. Okay, here we go. Let's do this one. Nope, we're doing that one. Okay. We're gonna pick one from. So these are action decks from Cultivate. This is the faith one. We're gonna pull a faith one, and we're gonna pull a wellness one. So I've got a faith one pulled out. Let's pull a wellness one. I like that. Let's see. I'm doing that for the rest of the year. All right, let's do that one. I'll pick one more. That's more of a spring fall one. Oh, I said I was going to do that one too. Okay, so let's just make it official with a card. All right, number one. This is a faith card. This is a great New Year's project, especially if you have kids at home. This would be a really, really great project to do with kids, or even if you interact with kids, maybe you teach a class at church or something. This would be a really great option. Create a blessings jar. Keep strips of paper handy and add moments and praises as you notice the good each day. Open up the jar quarterly to mark God's faithfulness. This would be a really great beginning of the year project to do with your family. I love it. Okay. This one is a really quick one. You can do it. You can mark it in your calendar to do once a day or something like that. Excuse me. Place a hand on your heart. I feel like I'm about to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Place a hand on your heart. It doesn't have to be your right hand. And a hand on your stomach. Okay, so hand on your heart, hand on your stomach. Breathe deeply. Here you go. Breathe deeply and feel your heart beat and your breath move through your body. This would be something good to do in the morning when you wake up, at night before you go to bed. Hand on your heart, hand on your stomach. Breathe deeply. Feel your heartbeat and your breath move through your body. This would be just a great sort of grounding thing, I think. So that's one. And then last but not least, I said I was going to do this, so I'm just going to share it with you all. Start a TBR, another great beginning of the year challenge. Write down the books that you would like to read in the year, whether you own them or not. Also, what also might be fun is to keep a list of books that are releasing. So if you follow people on Instagram or TikTok or here on YouTube, bookstagrammers, book talkers, booktubers, or bloggers, book bloggers, there are those who keep up with releases. So keep a list of 2025 releases that you might be interested in. So I will be working on that. You finished yours last night. Love it. I love it. Wait, the blessings jar. Two different comments, Cindy. You were talking about the blessings jar, and then you finished your TBR last night. Am I getting that correct? Okay. Isabel, you did a thankfulness jar, and you would go over the notes at the end of the year. I love that. It's such a special way to remember all that God has done. Let's see. You got away from it, but we'll reinstitute it this year. That is so cool. Actually, our pastor announced something like that this past weekend. I think he's going to be keeping all the praises from like the prayer requests and praises that come in. I think he's going to keep them for the year and then share them with the congregation at the end of the year. So that'll be really nice. Okay, Cindy, that was 2. Okay, cool. So you finished your TBR. Fun. I have not. Mine is still being constructed, and I really want to read my bookshelves more this year. So we'll see. All right, it is almost 9:30. I need to let you guys go. I have a really long day ahead of me. I'm going to try to, one, get work done because I need to, because the work week has started. We got to get work done. The year has started. But also, my husband's here, and I'm going to try to hang out with him a little bit too on his last day off. So it'll be a good day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week and a wonderful Monday. If you're not part of Club 119, feel free to join. The link is somewhere here in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you all later. If you need anything, you know where to find me. If you don't know where to find me, you can message me in the Club 119 Collective and or DM me on Instagram. We're going to have prayer real quick, and I'll let you all go. And be blessed, stay safe, stay warm if you're in a cold place, all the things, you guys. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so grateful for this opportunity to have another day of life, to work, to enjoy your good gifts, to handle the responsibilities that have been placed on us. We ask that you would bless us and keep us, that you would direct our actions, that we would follow you in all that we do and say. I ask that you would be with those who are dealing with anything heavy and challenging, anything difficult financially, in regards to health, relationally. You know all that is happening in each and every one of our lives, the situations represented by each household. So I just ask that you would be with us and help us to carry whatever is heavy right now as we've started this new year. I ask that you would be with our productivity, Lord, whatever work we have in front of us, help us to stay focused, help us to think critically, to ask questions, to push the envelope a bit if we have to be a voice of reason in chaos, whatever you want us to do, whatever you want us to say and be in our different work environments. Help us to shine brightly for you, even in ways that we might not think. If we can show up and show out as people who work hard and have a good, solid work ethic, who care about the work that we do with our hands, who care about a job well done, Father, help us to do that so that when people see us, they will see people who have integrity and who value good, solid things in a world that seems to be ever more and more sloppy and careless. There are so many other things, Lord, that I could pray for, but I just ask that you would continue to watch over us and keep us safe and protected. Be with each family member that is represented here. We are so grateful for all your goodness and all your blessings. And we ask all these things, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, you all have a wonderful day. Happy Monday. Happy New Year. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.